All right, today we're going to shift gears to within close reading to talk about drawing conclusions and making inferences. And we talked about explicit details before, and explicit details are details that the author shares with us that we don't have to guess and and try to figure out what they mean or what the author means. It's very factually stated. It's telling us who, what, when, and where. Now, making inferences and drawing conclusions is trying to think about what the author is saying, putting pieces together, and coming up with our own ideas. So let's read along here as we start our practice today. Do you like reading make believe stories? If so, then you like to read fiction. Authors who write fiction make up the stories from their imagination. Books like Harry Potter, Twilight, and The Hobbit are examples of fiction. Sometimes an author of a make believe story tells you details directly. The author does this so there is no question or confusion as you read. For example, an author may provide details about the characters or about the setting of a story or about the events or actions in the story. But other times, the author provides only hints or clues, and the author does not tell you directly about the setting, characters, or events. You need to kind of figure out what the clues mean. You need to be a detective as you read. A good detective gathers clues. Then the detective connects those clues with information he or she already knows. By making this connection, the detective can come up with a smart guess about what's going on. When you read, connect the clues in the story with information you already know. You'll be able to make a smart guess about what the author is trying to tell you. Read these paragraphs. Ryan watched Dad carry a small box into their house. Dad put the box on the floor and motioned for Ryan to come closer. As Ryan walked closer to the box, he could hear a tiny sound coming from inside. The sound reminded Ryan of a quiet, gentle motor. He could hear a slight scratching, too. Dad asked Ryan to close his eyes and put his hand inside the box. Ryan reached in and felt something small. It was warm and covered with soft fur. The author does not tell you directly what's in the box. Can you figure out what it is? What is a smart guess? So the clues in the text, Dad is carrying a small box. And what you already know, if the box is small, the thing inside must also be small. The clues in the text also say the thing inside the box is making a sound like a small motor. And what you already know, a kitten makes a sound like this when it's purring. And the clues in the text tell us Ryan feels something small and covered with fur. What you already know, a kitten is a tiny animal that has soft fur on it. So the author didn't tell you directly that a kitten was inside the box, but the author did provide clues. When you combine those clues with information you already knew, it was easy to figure out. So now we're going to do some practice on your own. You're going to read a couple of paragraphs, and you're going to answer questions based on inferences and drawing conclusions, not explicit details. So you're going to have to really kind of put what the text says and try to figure it out. Like always, I'm on the Zoom for questions. If you have any, I think you'll do fine on this. And if you have any questions, just let me know.